Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Fresmel, and today we're still going on with some SpellRogue, and we're watching my descent into madness now. So, what am I trying to do here? What is the plan? I need to kind of think about like actually tend to think about what we're doing, right? So, we're going to go with a Sephara build, and I would like to get stuff that I can consistently use in the early game. It's going to be like really useful and highly effective. And then I want to move on to like other stuff that I can use that will have like a really good synergy. Now I think like stuff I think the static build is kind of the way, because you've got ThunderFist, which gives you 3 times static damage, which is pretty good. And then you've also got where is it? Also the flurry, which is another one as well. And then I think there's the breath of thunder, which also is another one for static gain. All of them will kind of work a little bit differently to each other, but they're all big payoff cards for static, and that's 3 offensive ones that you can go for. The issue I'm finding at the moment is although I might get them, I don't end up having a lot of defensive builds and stuff like that I end up actually being able to do it. Like, you know, Wings of Thunder is a good offensive option to help you build that static, but it is a static generator, which is kind of the issue with it, is it being a balancing spell. You don't really have any good defensive tools. Except maybe Solid Electricity, that's probably one that I do undervalue a little bit, because like extra charge on this is actually pretty good. Yeah. So, there's a lot of stuff where I am probably not valuing them well enough, and I need to kind of fix that as part of my brain. So, we're going to see what we can do.
Let them have it.
Again, we're going with the static game, we're going to take the static thing, we're going to go static start, and we're just going to see if I can get this to actually work in the way I want it to. Right? Flying Nimbus. To be honest, that's actually not a bad pickup. I moaned about it in the past, but like it's still 4 for 4 with a bonus side to everything else. The issue is like it's this turn effect on it I'm not happy about with it. I think reducing the healing that I get is going to be fine. Yeah. I mean, if I do that, I could pick that up. Let's just take the max life and continue on. Let's not gamble with what we got available to us. We have every way has a shop if we want to go with it. We do have a shop with that into another shop if we wanted. I think we go left then. I take the events, get the spells. I think I should go for more fights early. I think that's the other part of it, because I'm not getting enough fights to actually get the spells I want to deal with the situations, which I think is also part of the issue that I'm currently having as well, right? I don't think that's actually helping out my situation overall. Right? I think that's part of what's also causing some of my problems. But we'll try and figure that out. We'll try and figure it all out. So, Galvanic Fling. I think that's pretty good for some scaling and stuff. It's not bad. Haze is pretty good defense, and I've been kind of undervaluing that quite a lot. You know, being able to like target one thing and say, yeah, just I'm not dealing with you, so I'm going to pick that up. And we're going to take the fight instead of the event. We got events later. I need the extra gold for the shop coming up immediately, so we're more likely to get stuff from here. You know, we're somewhat learning from our dumb decision making that I do consistently on a daily basis. I think we just zap this immediately, so I don't have to deal with it. And then just gain a bit more armor, take a bit of chip damage. And then maybe this will get killed off a different way. I don't need to worry about being offensive here, but let's do that damage there first. Ooh, I can't do the one. I can't do the one. was the weakness. The static does the work of geniuses. So yeah, I could do this, but then doing this does the same thing. So it's kind of like I actually kind of want to trigger the haze, and sometimes a little bit more. The upgraded haze is actually pretty good on both sides, so there is also that option. This turn, again, I'm not happy with the this turn effects. The minus countdown on Thunder Crash is not that bad. And it applies to all enemies, so I think pick up Thunder Crash here. So, like, this can help out with some of the static gain also that we currently have. Now, I would like more static gain, like more instances of it, if I can. We'll upgrade this immediately, just because it will help with the countdown effects and being more offensive. We'll take the artifact first, because this could be pretty good. Spell choices +1. Or turn 3 now. We'll take the spell choice +1 and then go into the shop. Gaining static, I like that. I wish it was something else entirely, though. Skybreak's interesting, but we aren't the build for it. The healing and stuff on that is actually kind of also interesting. I think I just take the Echoing Wind here. Works quite well with what we got. I can't use it immediately, but like the static gain on it could be pretty good. It's just a form of like, here's some static. Essentially, it's 3 damage to the front enemy minion anyway. And then we pick up a Iron Skin Potion just to make sure that we don't take too much damage against the next boss fight. Do we keep the Thunder Crash, or do we swap that out now is the question. I'm going to swap that out. I'm going to keep that in. So now only Thunder Crash is the thing that deals damage. Oh, I didn't actually fight the elite here. My bad. My bad, but I think this is a better setup than I've had for many of the starts because of the way that I'm doing it. Not bad. Pretty much did exactly what it says on the tin. But you were hit by a spell. I'm confused. Is Thunder Crash not... Does that not count as actually, like... I'm genuinely confused now. Thunder Crash doesn't count as being targeted or hit by a spell? Is that a bug? Ooh, yeah, this is a good pickup here. Windcrest pretty much does the better choice of this thing, in a way. Because I could min-max that spell quite a lot with that dice instead. So I guess we get rid of this now. It's only that. Windcrest is better. Take the event. I could go for the shop, to be honest, but... Dark Star is interesting. Void. Lose Haze. And then we gain... On a 4 roll, -2 countdown. It works with this. Works with a lot of things that we want to go with and sort the build. So yeah, I will pick that up. Lose Haze. Lose my other defensive option and go with that instead. Might regret that, but we could get it back here. Bolt Hammer, not really worth it. This is some defense. Garden Zephyr, I think, is absolutely fine. Put that there, and that goes there. So now we have other ways to generate other things, which will be kind of useful. The wind crest is still pretty good, so I'm probably going to keep it around to do the things I wanted to do. We'll toss a 5 in there first. We get a 1. Of course. And pop that in there. I have to see, we can always kill one of these guys off every turn pretty much anyway, so I'm not worried about that front. What I am worried about is how we get everything else working. So do that first. Put this in there, that will do take dice out, which is fine. Put that in there, that gets a +4 apparently. Do this again, that gets 4 more. Do the 12 there. Set more defense and set that up. The ignite was always going to be a problem, but we can deal with that. Do this first, put that in there. And that's a 1, that's a 6. Turn it back into a 2, into a that and that. That becomes even. Now I can get the trigger on, right? Kill that guy off. Cool. Attack that guy first. Get more defense, do more Thunder Crash, and set that up. A fair amount of good static generation. I think this build is viable in a weird way. You know? I just did not think it would come around in this aspect. Right? This is such a dumb thing. Okay, solid electricity is something we have to pick up here. Just like 100%. We're picking that. I can't pick anything else up. Everything gaining 1 power seems absolutely fine. Yeah, I will take that. So solid electricity goes in instead of wind crest, I think. Gives me defense and triggers this as well for now. And then we shove enough die to trigger it every turn. In theory. Anti-life I don't care about. Every single turn someone gains 4. No. Enemies have 50% of the max life and take 15. I think it's absolutely fine. We'll do that immediately. And I do need the elites and stuff, but I need to also to go to the shop as well. So I guess we're going this way to this to go shop into elites and yeah. Ah, this guy. The guy that likes to annoy everything I do. So, how are we starting this off? Apparently terribly. Let's put that in there first. That and that give me some terrible die. I'm going to put this in there. Just because we can kind of like finagle this a little bit. And start getting like little bits of static here, there, and everywhere. So. Put question. Do I have 12? I can make 12. Kind of. So that's 5. And a 1. Let's get 2 die back. This is a 6 and a 2 for the defense. This causes a trigger of that. And then we'll set that up to be cast next turn. We can get like the extra usage out of this, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, turn that to a 1. That'll trigger that thing. Use this one in particular to switch it. Do it again. Use that to trigger it again. We deal the attack. Put this 2 in there. That and that go into there to trigger that and the attack. And set this up to cast again next turn. I'm gonna say it. I underestimated Thunder Crash and Solid Electricity. I'm not gonna deny that front. My bad, folks. My bad. I deserve all the bad stuff that you guys have been saying. like, admittedly, like, I will admit, it is my fault, right? It's just, I was looking at it and being like, yeah, but like how does that work? What's the benefit of it, kind of thing? Trying to rationalize it in my head, of being like, yeah, but I want to try and get as much value out as possible. I don't see how I'm meant to do that. But I get it now, and like if I get it upgraded and stuff, like we could have, we'll toss. Actually, no, that potion would be really good, and so all those. That's annoying. I thought I like this potion way too much against certain enemies. The conjugate static is pretty good for defense. I'm gonna pick it up. I think it's good for this particular build. Like once you start getting lots of static, I just need to find other ways to gain static over time. We're going to take an early shot here, because we've got no other way to do it, so we're not going to that fight. Emergence in Cloud Dance is interesting. We'll take Binding. They're all kind of interesting. This is really good for one fight. I'm going to choose to gain an artifact here. I would like something... Ooh, start hitting twice. I can't turn that down here. Now, do I want one of these potions? Don't want any of these things here. They're not really worth it. Actually, Amalgamate might be worth it. There is a talk about that. No, I don't want to sign anything either, so I guess we're still carrying on. Let's leave to the elite fight, or on the way to the elite fight. Lose Zap to choosing a ritual, or 50-50 rune or artifact. Let's go for that. We get that one, which is another countdown each turn. Man, I'm getting all the countdown reduction as well. Whenever I get this sort of lucky stuff, I tend to find that I never do very well, like, after a while. So, yeah. I'm just going to use the Iron Skin Potion immediately this time round to start off with, just because of reasons. We're going to trigger that so I get at least the 6 to go into there for just the 2 triggers. I'm going to turn that into an even, turn that into whatever. I have enough defense, so using this here, again, is probably the best choice. And we start taking off the big guy, if we can. Just because this will help me eventually sort of like get more stuff the next turn. Right. At least that's part of the plan. Guess we're chucking a... I don't really care if it's a 5 or a 4, really, but I'll chuck the 4 in there. Get 2 die back. That comes a 6, which should roll over. Do it again. Nice. We can deal the damage immediately. This time is a time to use the weakness potion, just to make sure that we don't have to worry about blocking and stuff. Just because I'm going to muck it up somehow. 3 and 3. Deal the damage. Get 5 and 5. Put that and the 1 in there. So that's ready next turn. Instant 2. 6. Triggers both. Huh. I'm actually going to do this again just so I can get more dice that I might be able to use out of these, right? So I think like the more of them I have, the better off I can be. I can't actually spend that there, so there is. Grow to that guy. Technically speaking, that is still only a small amount of die. Let's gain this first, so we trigger that to deal the attack damage. And do this. Into this. Into this. Take that guy out. I like the fact that the weakness is really helping in my defense as well. Like, I underestimated the weakness applying to the rest of them as well. Which is, you know, it's not unheard of for me, to be honest, to underestimate the power that I actually have within the palm of my hands and, you know, not use it efficiently. All I need now is just something that allows me to kind of, like, have a decent setup to go more offensive, right? Put that in there. Put that over. Didn't get the thing I wanted, so use this again. Let's go in there. Deal damage. Let's go in there as well. The other thing as well is like the static hitting twice is also helping out with the DPS, which again is not something I expected to happen. Right? Because I still do like 10 damage and I actually do 20 because it's the hit, so the full life bar is actually being like chipped away quite well. What spell do we get here? Ooh, Akuma. That's really good defense, and with the upgrade and stuff, it's actually pretty good. That rune in there, the Feather Lash, is also pretty interesting, right? Putting that on the other thing as well would be pretty cool. Again, this is kind of cool for the build if I get it to work, but I think this, anyway, for just the defense that I could get from it, and the potential upgrade as well, is way too good to pass up. We need to just give ourselves an extra slot for spells. Is the defense worth it at the moment for the defense gain and we just worry about everything else? Or do we try and gain more static? I think we just worry about the defense gain for the moment. And like have the consistency rather than losing my other damage source to be able to do anything else. That's kind of interesting. This would be nice in the build idea, what we're going for, but I'm going to take this as a chance to reroll, maybe get something better. This could be pretty good, actually. This could be pretty good. I'm going to pick it up. Now the question is, I think Solar Electricity I can cast without any interference. And this can work really well with these sort of stuff. Okay. Artifact, or no, to the artifact. Anything with countdown, pretty cool. If we don't cast attack spells, and we die is pointless. Third die on the third turn, I think it's a little too slow. Less than case spells, because on 5 get 2 block. Actually, 3 block is actually pretty good. I'll take that. Would have liked something more interesting, but hey-ho. You know, anything that just applied buffs to me or applied it twice would have been pretty cool. Put the 5 in. Do that there. You get a 6. Trigger this. Do this again. 2 4s. Put a 1 in there. Do the immediate damage to the front die, so the rest get all weak. do this again. Apply the static to this... no. This guy, because he's the more annoying one to try and deal with. And they get more defense. So we can then also attack him and lower everyone else's offensive damage. This is a weird setup, I think. Do that first. Then... no, we don't trigger it that way. We trigger it this way. Killing that guy off first weakens everything else. We then do this onto you, because you might stay around. You trigger this to get 2 effects on that. I have enough defense, right? So I think just set up for the solid electricity for the next turn. That and that. So we get 2 die back. That's a 4 that triggers there. The 6 can go in there immediately. Turn that into a 2. To deal that damage somewhere. Do that again. Overflow triggers. That and that. Trigger that and that go in there. That goes on that one. This goes here because we are defended. That triggers there, which will guess will deal the damage to this guy. Who removes himself from the equation. And then we'll set it up and gain... yeah, I never thought about like using overclock and all these countdown reduction stuff with the Guiding Zephyr as well to actually be a really weird build, but hey, you're not seeing me complain about it. And the fact that because I gain so much defense as well, it's just kind of like pretty much ideal in a way, like the way this is going. Like the Thunder Crash is doing really good stuff as well, just by reducing its own countdown. Like also, the only way that this could get better is if I turn around and have like a way for to cast in of each turn. I guess I'll pick it up because it does have the thing in it, although it is kind of terrible. I will just like disenchant it immediately. It's not bad, but like I think I can do better than that. Let's try and gain a spell. Magnetic fields are interesting. Ah, so this is the other option that we go with. It's going to help out our entire build. Or either one of these two, right? And that's kind of pointless. The reduction there could be good. This to all enemies. ThunderFist upgrade. We'll get rid of Zap now. I think having ThunderFist in this build as well is the other kind of solution to my problems. Let's go. Does rely on me having static though, that's the only downside to it. So yeah, we'll have to be very wary on that front. I can set that up to go in there, that's go in there as well, and do the same again, get 2 die back. 2 5s. How delightful. Get the defense, attack you, because you got the attack on you currently. Put that in there, so now we can apply... let's apply the debuff to you. It's like 8 as a countdown on there. Don't need to defend anymore, do we? No. So we could just go this and do the attack, actually. Again, apply the discount on that, and then get this set up for next turn. Immediate. Oh well. I ain't scared of no ghosts. That goes there, that goes there. We flip that over to a 4, into a 6. I am going to deal the damage here, because it'll weaken that a lot more than it'll do anything else. I'm going to do this to gain that and that. Flip this one over to then do that. That technically gives me the armor and the offensive again. Which again, this takes out more on there. Split damage on this guy. And then set this up to be cast next turn. Doing okay. We are doing okay. Cast this immediately. Flip this. Sink this die. I keep setting this guy up for it. I've got to put some on there just in case so we don't have any issues later. And then the one just goes here. Just so they still, like, chip each other as well, too. Now, a 6 and a 1. That 5 goes there, then. We'll trigger both of these to deal damage there first, because that also gets more weakness. Swap the 5 over again. Again, putting this damage on the conduit on there. That's a 6 and a 6. Both get triggered. That deals damage there, which carries over. Put the 5 on that. I'm going to go 2 4s. No, you just do this, and then do that, and then trigger this again. Set this guy up with it because it looks like the stronger one. The joys of what I'm doing. Yeah, like, I think like having more static, but this is a really good defense, and I can't turn that down. That's the only problem I have. Right? Try and take this one down now. Like, we honestly might get into a position where I can actually kind of, like, practically one-shot them both. Right? I think this is the turn we get to take them both out. It does not matter what I do elsewhere. I just need to make sure that I have this go off and each of them both die. Off to that. 2 twins, 1 spell. Kill both of them at the same time. Cool. Achievement completed. Okay, What spell do we get? Okay, Wings of Thunder is pretty good. It does give me the static gain that I'm looking for as well, for consistency. Which I get pretty much once every turn. Is it better than what I currently have? It does mean I can go the other route with this build. Ether Storm means every spell I cast has the ability to do what I'm doing, and I think that's the better way of going, right? Rather than Wings of Thunder. So I think we pick up Ether Storm. Silent Sight is terrible. Odd turns, critical we don't care about. I might reroll these, see what else we get something better. And look, Sap is not what we want. I will choose a mod. Oh, Ether Die. 2 Ether Die, please. So Ether Storm, I think, goes in once we get the chance to, and then ThunderFist kind of comes in as well, right? So the whole tactic will be to kind of, then we probably swap out Spark Shield for the Akuma, because that will be a lot better with the upgrade on that front. Okay. I just need 1, 2 upgrades. Then, in a rest spell doesn't matter. I think we're already set up. Every second turn for that sounds terrible. Do I have a way to kind of deal with this? Turn 1, roll 1 less die. Clumsy. I can't counteract that on turn. I guess I do on turn 1, so I guess that's fine. We could pick that up. But then I can't do anything else other than take something else. So yeah, we're going to roll these. Enemies start with Thorns. Now, they don't have regen. That's fine. Enemies targeting your spells hit 1 additional spell. That seems fine as well. Could gain Dark Heart, applying mark to all enemies if I pick up a 2. Which you don't need. Let's just gain a common spell and see what happens on that. Gather seems interesting. Doesn't really fit the build, though. Again, I'm going to reroll there, try and gamble, see if we can get anything decent. Pierce, Bolt Hammer, Twin Shield's fine, I guess. Keep the Wind Crest, I think. Conjugate Static is still good in this setup. It's the removal of the static, and I don't want to remove it. Nah, Wind Crest just goes out, though it's still pretty interesting. Twin Shield it is. So. This is the interesting thing. The Akuma is the thing that I kind of want, because this has the minus to all 4 spells. I want the upgrade to that, and I want it in this build. Then we can probably go with like ThunderFist instead of the Thunder Crash, in a way, and just kind of defend up. Or we take out the Spark Shield and keep the Thunder Crash with the ThunderFist, and then maybe trade out something for the Ether Storm, maybe. Don't know. We'll have to think about it. But I need like 2 elites to face, which the only one getting 2 elites is going this route here. So that is what we'll do. Duplicate a spell or lose 2 spells. We're duplicating a spell, I guess we'll duplicate the Thunder Crash. No, is that good enough to trigger everything I want? Like even duplicating, again, that upgrade as well could be cool. First of all, let's disenchant. What do we not want in this build anymore? I guess the Twin Shield is just not good enough. Spark Shield could also go. Duplicate a spell, please. I think we do duplicate this Thunder Crash, just so I can have the... I would love to have it in here as well and just like deal 12 damage on repeat consistently. It'd be pretty cool. But no. So we unlock this first. In comes Thunder Crash as the payoff card now. As this discounts itself anyway, this needs the extra cost reduction in my opinion. So I should be able to cast this regardless. And then this comes in to finish it off, and then I then take out Thunder Crash, I think, for the Ether Storm. Maybe. Or do I take something else out for the Ether Storm? We'll think about it. Anyway, to the battle. It's a hard decision to make. This guy. This dude, I hate this dude. So I generally just can't do anything this turn, so I just have to be defensive. It's an absolute nightmare. And accept damage. Nothing went my way there. Although we got this, so we'll use 2 5s in there first. Cool. I should have drank this potion, actually. Let's drink it now. And then turn that to a 4. That rolls that over. Didn't actually do it. Oh, yeah. Forgot I had to do that still. Just the one goes there. This gets the defense game. We hit this guy. Doesn't apply weakness. Then we apply this as well. We are fully defended. So I can do this and this. And then gain more static this way. No, we do it that way. Just so I had the... We got the defense and stuff and into that anyway. Here's 12 damage, so there's still quite a lot. And then... Thunder Crash doesn't apply weakness at the moment. We have 24 damage we can do. Turn that to a 6. Flip it. Nice. I still wanted just to trigger everything else, really. And then 33 damage. We'll have to see if I want this to be the AoE or just like the one-shot potential one, depending on which one I get. So we'll have to have a look at that as well. I guess we just have to defend. I could have killed them there. That's my bad. I could have taken him out. Good potion. Pick up air wall, disenchant it immediately. I currently do not appreciate. I do appreciate it. Just like it doesn't do any mixtures. No, because I got the other thing before. I probably don't need to worry too much about what my ether eye are gonna do. Although they're terrible ether rolls, to be honest. This is not a good sign. If that's the case, let's set this up. Turn that into a 2. Get a 6. Chuck it in there. Put the 4. No. Put the 2 in there. Put that over. Get another 6. Put that in there. Cool. You can work with this. I guess the overclock has got to swap over and then put stuff in other places. Just so we don't have any issues later. How are we going to get out of this one? Well, I deal damage to it, so it's still fine as such. Though this doesn't really trigger, and it's still got the faded on it, which is kind of annoying as well. Like, that's completely unfair. This has also got faded on it, so we don't want to use that. So I guess we're just going to do this damage. Put this down there, set this up, and... put that in there, and just kind of, like, force this to be better. Okay. Like, getting these being ready to be triggered is going to be kind of important. One. Of course. Of course. Just it's the fact that Faded keeps standing on some of like the worst things possible. I should have used the 6 first. Let's do that. And then I guess we're slowly chipping away. It's like, it's not that bad. With the static gain that I technically do have, like, we're still doing good things, and we're still triggering this all the time. Which is like the biggest thing. Don't want to use that this turn. No, we have to use it at least once to trigger the refresh on it, I think, yeah. Same with this as well. Then use this. Again, just to kind of start stacking up more of it. And I need to try and defend against this somehow. Yeah. Guess that's not happening. Do I have a kill? No, I have to at least attack, so... Now I have a kill. The set was awkward as hell. That's kind of cool. Again, like, they're interesting. I'll take the Dark Mirage, I think that's more useful than anything else. Okay. So now... this becomes this. Which beats out the Spark Shield. Ether Storm can come in. Now, my only issue is does Ether Storm beat out the Overclock? I think it beats out this. No, this is my only defense against, like, stuff that's AoE, right? I think the Zephyr is the thing that's the issue, right? Like, it's really good. It's good defense, but like for what it does, I've now got this instead, which does the same thing. I'll keep it around and we'll try it out for a fight. I'm probably not gonna push my luck and go this route. Upgrade around the spell. Yeah, let's upgrade around the spell. Conjugate static, got that upgrade. I'm just gonna disenchant that, I think. So we get ThunderFist to do, is it all? Do we want it to do all? Yes, we want it to do all damage to everything. Because I don't have other, I mean, I technically have other ways to gain the static, but I have to cast spells to do it, and I could trigger this by accident beforehand, and I can't, like, actually get the defense. So getting this to all is important. Go here. Take healing, just because I might as well. We've got 2 more fights to go. Fingers crossed, we've got a good build. Oh, no. I just saw this setup and was like, this is not going to go very well. I'm going to set this up just because I feel like I might need to. Yeah, still pretty good. And put that in there. -1 to everything. We'll do that damage there first. Trigger this. No. Let's do this now. Get that thunderstorm going. Then this goes in here to trigger everything. Apply that to there. Then do the thunder crash on that guy again. Again, let's attack that with Thunder Crash. Put the overclock on that one. It's 27 to everything, so let's just do it. I don't need to worry about anything else, so even the extra dice for next turn. Let's got the attack on it there. Set this up just so we can get some more value. So we get a good split. We do get a good split. Throw that on there. Do it again. Cool. Split some of these die around just so we've got some easy way to set up both of these. Oh, never mind. Man, that was a quick win. Okay, maybe this was the better choice. Maybe that was the better choice. I guess I'll just pick this up for now, because I don't really know what else I want to pick up. I thought that was a very dangerous fight. I'm kind of happy I did turn and actually take the thing. Oh, this guy eats spare die, doesn't he? So I've got to use everything at the end of every turn. I can't just keep stuff around. Much disappointment. With that being said, does mean we have a really good first turn. Oh, no, I didn't have that. Okay. You gotta remember, I gotta generate static first, otherwise we have issues, so. Get the 12 armor from this, so we can at least then do all the stuff we want to be able to do. Don't need to set this up. Don't have enough defense just yet, so. That 3 would trigger. Conduit goes there. Yeah. Nice, that triggers. That's pretty good. That goes there then to trigger everything else. Right? Yeah. We do this just so that will give me the extra life next turn. Sets that up. Does that there. And then do this. Yeah, like once you get the Ether Storm cast, I think we're laughing. Like it's just such a ridiculous ability to have set off straight away. Yeah, give me all the silence die, because I'm never casting them anyway. Have those, don't care. I genuinely do not care. You have a 3, so let's go. We're going to start the train. Put that there, that goes there. Reduce the countdown for everything. Do that. Get the 6. We're done. This is a fun build. This is a fun build. Okay. Assault potential would be nice to have. Relay would be kind of interesting, but I think we're kind of all set up. I'm going to take the relay because that kind of fits the build if I kind of last minute change my mind, but I don't think I will. I think I'm in a good spot. Like, once the Ether Storm gets set up, I think I'm really good to go, and I really should focus on just doing that. Is there anything else that we need that we want to kind of swap stuff out for? So, might as well. Final boss fight. With what I've got here currently, would there be any sort of build you guys might do anyway? Because, like, I'm thinking that this is a decent setup as far as what I want. Like, this casts automatically, this should cast automatically. I guess we should swap these two over then, if they cast automatically, just because these don't. I mean, no, we could go like Guarding Zephyr and have that in the middle, but then I've got to give something up, which would probably be this one here. But I think this just does its everything, which is just so much more useful for having the -4 effect on there, plus all the countdown reduction that we've already got as well. Like, this is such a good build for it. It's so good. But yeah, let me know, would you muck around with this a little bit more and try and get something a little bit different going? I think the upgrades we got, especially the all enemies and this doing the Thunder Crash to lower their damage and stuff, like I think it's like such a good setup. Even if it is a little bit awkward sometimes to get going. So we do this into this. Did that wrong, but okay. Yeah, we still cast this just to get this sort of electricity going. That becomes a 6. Roll that over, that becomes a 6 again. I am defended, so I should set up the soul electricity for next turn. And this deals damage and then weakens everyone. So, yeah. And then do this. Seems good. And we got this potion, the marks, and everything else for like all the other cool stuff we can do. Is the predicted annoying? Kind of. But not much I can do about that, really. We're going to be casting the stuff anyway, so the main thing is just can we avoid hitting the stuff we don't want to hit. Let's do this first anyway. Put that in there. Then roll these over a little bit. This losing life is going to be the main one we're focusing on anyway, so let's do that. I have some 4s. I'm going to use this just so I can get more defense from this guy. Kill the hand. Go, Ether Storm. Set this guy up just so we have it. Use this spell to deal that damage. There you go, have another one of those. Take your power. I don't want to actually spend that, so we'll put one in there. And we have one Cyclone up. That pretty much just triggered straight by itself. Again, I guess, yeah, we're just taking that guy out as much as possible, setting that on there. This goes in there to set the more reduction up. Again, deal damage to this guy. And I can do 42 damage to something if we want to. I'm so happy. As long as I don't muck this up now, I'm really happy. Let's just use this now. Like, we do need to use that at some point, so we can at least not worry about anything else. We've got the 5 on there. Let's start just ramping up as much of the stuff as we need. Thunder Crash will go off pretty easily. Put that in there, that in there, that in there. Flip that over. So let's tweak them all over. Put that in there, so let's deal damage. The countdown on that to everything else. That triggers that. We'll lower everyone else's, again, damage. And then Thunder Crash everything. Deal damage there. Go Ether Storm. And just leave to die. Man, this was a really good run. I am happy about this. Completely random, I will say. Just was completely random overall. Never would have thought this is the way this particular thing came out. What am I doing? Just 70 damage to the wall. There we go. We finished it. We got a Descent 9 win. A Descent 9 win. So happy about that. Finally. But yeah, this was the build that we went for. So, Descent 9 run, we got Imbraxas for our boss fight. Things we went for were Unrecoverable ++, Stout Elites ++. We had Malformation and Jinx as well, because pretty much none of those actually did anything to me, except maybe the regeneration being a bit of an issue. But yeah, spells we went for Electrolyze, Ether Storm, Thunder Crash, ThunderFist, Soul Electricity, Akuma, and Overclock. I have to admit, Overclock did wonders in that fight, and so did Soul Electricity. Both the ThunderFist and the Thunder Clash were... I think Thunder Crash was the MVP. I didn't realize how good that spell actually was until I started using it, and it really helped out with my defense as well. And it was one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to keep it in the build, because it was just one of those things that kind of set off. But yeah, we went for the meme, and we got the meme. But there we go. What is next? Descent 10. So, you guys will have to let me know. Do you want me to start doing Descent 10, or do you want me to do Descent 9 with at least all the characters first? That is the question. Let me know down in the comments, because I will do either if you want me to jump up higher in those levels as well. But again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.